The first place to start in preparing for the interview is to understand what is the interview format the employer or the HR will use to check your potential for the organization. The interview formats basically depends on the industry and function where you are applying. Every job role has its own kind of interview format. Out of these, I have listed 4 common interview formats. First is the telephonic interview. The telephonic interview is one of the most popular and commonly used interview process because this allows the interviewer to check the candidate at low cost and also traveling time is saved. This technique also helps them in reducing the pool of candidates for one-to-one personal interview. I believe that this process is more challenging on the candidate side because you can't see the interviewer and also can't see the expressions to the answers that you are giving to them. This process is also tough because you can easily get distracted while talking to the interviewer. You need to follow these 5 steps to be most successful in telephonic interview. First, use a landline because landlines are less likely to be dropped. Second, turn off call waiting because there are chances that in the middle of conversation you get a call waiting and you get distracted. And once you get distracted, you may lose the rhythm or the form, which are not at all a good signs. Third, interview in a quiet space because without any visual clues of the HR or the interviewer, you have to stay more focused on the questions that they are asking you. Fourth, speak clearly and smile a bit. Remember here, it's just your voice representing you at the moment. So you need to pronunciate and frame your sentences properly. Also, you need to smile a bit because this will make your answers come out more positively, which will be surely a good impression on the interviewer. Last, clarify the questions where you are not sure of the meaning. As you don't have the visual clues and body language to tell you when you are going into the wrong direction, so be sure to ask the interviewer that whether you have approached the question in the way that they are looking for, and do ask to repeat the question if you didn't heard it properly. Second format of interview is one-to-one in-person interview. This is the traditional way of interview. This helps the HR to know you on an individual level. To be most successful in these interviews, you need to focus on the body language, like eye contact, tone of voice, sitting posture, etc. One of the studies shows that 93% of the message is conveyed by your body language and not in words. So maintaining a proper body language will play a key role here. Also remember to dress appropriately because you want them to see you as a potential co-worker. The third format is the panel or a group interview. This format is also a time-saving format because the interviewer gets multiple opinions on a particular candidate, and this also lead to more valid and fair decisions. To be more successful in panel interviews, body language still plays an important part. Also, there are some more things to remember here, which is make your introduction count, make eye contacts and use their names. If you see any person is quiet and not saying anything, then bring him in the conversation by asking him his opinions on a particular thing. Also remember that they are evaluating your each and every interactions. So more you interact nicely, the more you will be remembered. Be sure to listen and engage where you feel appropriate. You will have to make eye contact again with everyone. And finally, ask for business cards from everyone who are sitting on the panel. This will be useful for you to have a proper follow-up. The last is the online interview. The online interview is just as similar to one-to-one in-person interview. But this also helps the HR to cut down the travel cost and also time effective. Here you have to follow the same steps as we mentioned in the one-to-one person interview. But there are 4 additional steps here you need to remember. First, test run the equipment before the interview. make sure that there is no disturbance in the mic and also the webcam is running properly. Second, arrive on video early so that you can make the adjustments and preparations like lining and appearance before the HR coming online. Third, use in-picture mode. Many people forget to use the in-picture mode because this is the most important step of online video interview, because this helps you to see how you are looking to the HR. And in-picture mode also helps to control your expressions while talking. The fourth and the last thing to remember in online interview is make sure you have a proper background. Make sure your environment looks clean, professional. Also confirm that there are no immediate disturbance. Have someone assisting you throughout the interview so that the person will handle all the emergencies surrounding distractions. Now that you have good understanding on the interview formats, I suggest you to go ahead and check out the next movie in which we will discuss on gaining an understanding on the question types and also how to prepare for them.